Friends, new project on the bench, something really quite different today. Headless guitar, Harley Benton. I have had a plethora of Harley Bentons in lately, and this is a headless thingamabob. Headless guitars have never been my thing. This one is a Dullahan 8024 TBK. Don't know what any of that means. Nice looking thing. Very strange looking bridge, which I'll get to that bridge in a minute. Like I say, headless, came out as a prototype last year. This is supposed to be the later model, the second model of the two they released. Now these, as good as they look, if you like the look of them, do seem to have a problem bridge. And quite a lot of people have said you can't alter the height enough on the these adjusters here. You don't have saddles, you have these little adjusters, and they've got like a cross, an X-shaped brace in the middle or channel, and your string sits there and you turn them left and right. We go up and down like a screw, and that's to set the height and the radius of your screws. But the guy who owns this says they don't go down far enough, so you end up with a daft high action. I said, well, what we'll do with that is we'll take some relief out of the neck and lower it that way, which we can do, but no, not very good at all. So the kind of affair they are, they've got a locking clamp at this end. The ball end goes in here, and you tune them that way. And the intonation again, you set by altering these Allen keys under there, moving these backwards and forwards. So it all looks to be a right PITA. The frets, I don't know what state the frets are in. Stainless steel frets. Let me take a look at the bump here on the old website, and I'll read you what it says here. Dullahan 8024 TBK, right? Offering a sense of balance, purity of design and convenience only attainable with a headless guitar, which is crap. Our Dullahan models appeal to beginners and more practiced players alike, made up. The latest iteration pushes headless guitar design into the 2020s. Okay. More bump, that's 1 to 5 lines of complete crap there. 24 stainless steel frets add more space for creative spirits at the top end of a fretboard. 24 stainless steel frets do not add more space for creative spirits at the top end of a fretboard at all. Again, another lie. You ever sussed out advertising, by the way? It's crap. Advertising's rubbish. It's just bump. That's all it is. I'll leave it there. It's bump. While a remodeled rear body carve enhances ergonomics, dual Roswell HAF humbuckers deliver an enormous range of tones. Not really. From a delicate whisper to an earth-shaking roar. Our Dullahan features a mahogany body, a beautiful flame maple veneer paired with a supremely playable ebony fretboard. Like all Dullahan models, this guitar is built for discerning players looking to explore the advantages of avant-garde guitar design updated for the 21st century. Absolute piffle. So scale length 648mm, fretboard radius 350, that's 14 inch, nut width 42, graphical nut, 24 stainless steel frets, ebony fretboard, fret inlays pearloid, neck profile modern C, bolt-on neck of maple, flamed maple veneer top, did we say mahogany body, Roswell pickups, meh, master volume, master tone control, 5-way switch, was quite interesting. You got bridge humbucker, neck and bridge single coils, neck and bridge humbucker, neck humbucker parallel and neck humbucker, that's it. Black hardware, factory strings, 1046, transparent black, gig bag included. So that's what you get with that. Reviews wise, apparently average is 4.1 out of 5. I have heard nothing but flack or bad about this bridge. Now this bridge is an Apollo Mono HL STB02. You cannot find any information on this bridge on the internet. I've looked everywhere trying to find a manual or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I've always done, and that is I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to find out how it works by taking it apart. So that is what I'm going to do. The guitar itself, it plays alright, the pickups sound okay, but that is the thing with Roswell pickups, they are at best okay. There's nothing exceptional about them at all, and that's every Roswell pickup I've come across. So I'm going to remove these strings, somehow, I think, yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to loosen up, it's really easy to loosen the strings, like so. In fact, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to check the intonation first, because if the intonation's right, Let me get a guitar tuner, let's get this tuned in, we'll check the intonation. Once everything's set and we've got everything set how it ought to be, then we can look at deconstructing it. We're going to take it apart, you can come on that journey with me. We're going to have a look to see what's what. I'm hoping these frets don't need work because they're stainless steel, and if they are stainless steel and we need levelling, it's not going to be a cheap job because stainless steel is much harder to work on regular frets. But give me a couple of minutes, I'll move the camera and we'll strip this together. Okay, so I've just very quickly tuned the guitar in the bench position. So it's going to be different to tuning in the playing position because gravity affects the guitar's tuning when it's laid flat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check the intonation. It's good, 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 good. And the intonation is spot on, so that's fantastic. Just check the action in that while I'm here. Now I did, when the client was here, he says I can't get the action any lower, it's too high. I says yeah, it is a little bit high, but there was too much relief in the neck anyway, so I says what we'll do is we'll tweak the truss rod, we'll straighten the neck up a bit, we'll drop back to the action I like and see where we are. And it seemed to fix everything. But apparently there's no adjustment up or down on the bridge. Now let's have a look where we are there. See, there's no relief in that now. And that's fine if the guitar plays alright, but we do like, even I like a little bit of relief in there. But what we're going to do is I'm going to set this with no relief or hardly any relief. Let's get a feeler gauge and see where we are. So I'm going to go with a 0.01 or a tenth of a millimetre. Let's see where we are. No, not even that much relief in there. So we are really like we are 0.05 of a millimetre. Yeah, just. So we are a 20th of a millimetre. That's as good as no relief at all. So we've got no relief in the neck there, which is fine if the guitar plays alright. So what we're going to do is I'm going to loosen the strings. I'm going to check the frets. I'm going to get the neck as straight as we can. I mean, it is virtually straight anyway. And I'm going to look at this bridge anyway. So, a bit of faff this is, I'll be honest. You see, I'm one of these people, I'm quite old fashioned. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm all for innovation and doing new stuff. But if it doesn't work, what's the point? What is the point? So I'm going to see what the other was all about. And okay, to remove the strings, all we have to do is we've got this Allen. I'll get my set of Allen keys out. Now when it comes to Allen keys and guitar repair work, you can go and get these here multi-tools, and we've got about 3 or 4 different Allen keys on there. I didn't want to do that. And all the Allen keys you get with your guitars nowadays, they're all rubbish. They're not steel. So I went and bought myself a set from, I think it was Wix or B&Q or somewhere, but this is a McAllister set, and this steel, and they're brilliant, and they're Imperial and metric, and they are fantastic. And they are McAllister, and they were about £8. Always worth getting. Get the good gear, get the good gear. You know what I mean? Steel. You don't want the rubbish stuff that's going to pagger and break as soon as you touch it. So let's have a look, see where we are. Look at that, this one looks about right. And that one is about right, so we're going to take the strings off. This is likely going to knacker the string ends, I don't know. But they're coming off anyway. Okay, I need a little bit more on that. Where do you know where to cut your string ends? See where we are. Right, okay, that's good. they're all kind of out. So you've got a Graph-Tech nut there. It's not really a nut. Is it a nut? Yeah, it is. Your problem with this, for me, is if I need to level these frets, that nut's got to come out and this has got to come out, and it doesn't look like you can remove this. Maybe you can if you undo all the Allen bolts. I don't know. I'm not removing the nut anyway. We're going to check frets first. So let's leave the guitar as it is. Check the neck. Got a little bit of back bow in there, so I need 2 bolts of that. Let's go look, see where we are. I do have like I do like these twisty turny adjusters. Gone wrong way with that, probably gone wrong way a bit. After all these years, I still go the wrong way on a truss rod. It's got more back bow in it, so I've gone the wrong way. With all my experience, and I still go the wrong way on a truss rod. So it should be a 2-way. Turn it this way, it should start bending the other way now. Right, that's okay, a bit of relief there. Ah ha ha ha, there you go. So a small turn and we should be about right. So stainless steel frets, that was pretty good to me. So I have to keep going and get my tools out because every job I put them away. Okay, let's look at the frets. And I'm hoping these are going to be level, because if they are, up is Larry. So far so good. Okay, one high one there. Two. 3, 4, but we're not high enough to warrant a major work. Okay, I've got 4 high frets. I'm thinking once we get to this end, that's really not bad, you know. I'm very happy with that because because there's only those 4, I can actually spot level those 4. It being stainless, it's not going to take me much work. So, okay, 4 frets to have a look at. So the strings, no, they don't pull. You're supposed to pull out, push out, whatever. They don't really do that. They're stuck. So once they're in, you can't get them out because they're bending now. That's crap. So how do you get the things out? Oh my goodness. They're not locked in. I mean, they seem to be locked in. I'm going to take this right off and see what happens. What have we got to lose? Viv. Oh right, hang on. Oh, okay. Do they lock in? That's pathetic if they lock in. Do we need to lock in? Yeah, we do need to lock in. Okay, so they're locked in. Right, I've got you. I'm not going to remove them. I'm not going to take these off. It's just pointless. But yeah, that's a little bit... so I'm going to call these strings up. So yeah, a bit of a So I'm going to go and call Darren in a minute. Just let him know what's what. Not about guitar. If you like this sort of thing, I don't. I don't like this. I've never liked headless guitars. I'm a traditionalist. I like classic guitars. Well, I like classic and modern. Let's let's not cut my nose off smart face. I do have a Solar 1.6 PB, very modern guitar. Not guitar, but Ola England guitar, or one of his guitars. It's his brand. Fantastic. But I also have a Hamer double cut, Hamer Studio, fantastic guitar, Telecaster, SG, and an Explorer. So there you go. What can I tell you? Now the next had a chance to settle just a little bit, I'm going to have a look again, make sure we are dead straight. See where we are. I'll ring Darren, he'll just say do what needs doing. But the bridge, very, very strange. Let me just have a look at this. Is what I was going to have a look at. This is why I wanted the strings off. The strings don't come off. Well, they do come off, but you've got to faff about. So let's see how these work. Well, they don't. There's no adjuster there at all. There's nothing to adjust those. I don't get how that works. Is there a special tool? Let me look in the bag. You do get a case with this. I'm going to look inside, see if there's any kind of tool in there. I could find out nothing at all about this bridge. Right, there are tools. There's a contraption here of a lights I've never seen before. Looks like some sort of probe. That's going to be interesting. So let's have a look at it, see what it does. Because that might be the thing I need to adjust the bridge screws. No, it's just it's just like a poker. Oh, that's for the truss rod, that's why. So, no idea on adjusting these things. There's a small Allen key there. Again. But how would you turn those things on? Let's just have a look, see what's what here. You're going to need some kind of tool. Okay. Let's get a small Allen wrench out. You're seeing this firsthand. I'm not doing anything while the camera's off. Everything's being done on camera. So let me I'm going to loosen this one at the end. See what happens. So obviously you loosen it with the Allen wrench. There's a guy online who bought one of these and he's playing it and he's saying, yeah, it's a bit fiddly, a bit faffy, but spend some time with it. Shouldn't have left that on there, should have better than that. So I'm turning this and I'm turning it forever by the looks on it, and nothing's happening anywhere. If you're going to have a bridge like this, you want to begin instructions with it. You don't know what Harley Benton are. They're cheap. They're cheap manufacturer. They're all the guitars are factory made. They're not handmade. Right, okay. So let's see if we can do anything with that now. No, because I don't have a tool for it. There's no way to turn these screws. There's got to be some kind of tool you need to do that, and it's not in the pack. I'm not going to force anything. I could take an Allen wrench, remove that and see what happens, which is exactly what I'm going to do because it's the way I do things. I'm faff about. I'm going to leave the camera running, probably really boring for you guys. I'm hoping undoing this will just release this one saddle. Wow, that was tight. Just keep it in my mind where that was for the. I'm going to just remove this one completely. Just have a look, see how the mechanism works. This mechanism's gone. Right, there's that. That's there. That comes up. Right, okay. It doesn't look like you can move these. So why does it have that locker on there if they're not movable? I nearly swore then. I nearly said that was Rolex. And it is really crap. The guy says they're all the way down, so I'm not touching it because I don't have a tool for it. So the bridge sits on, looks like 4 screws, and it all comes off in one piece. I don't get that, so I can't move that up or down, which seems a bit stupid to me. I'm going to ring Darren anyway, see what he says, and I will get back to you. So I've talked to the owner, and yes, exactly what we talked about. He says these do move, but they're all down as low as they will go. We can't get them any lower. So if you want to lower the action from there, you can't. That's it, that's the end of it. And we can't lower the action from there. So all I can do is work with what we've got. So what I'm going to do is, we'll just set the neck as straight as we can with the strings on, and that'll keep, so we get action nice and low, but we won't have any relief in the neck. It just means the frets have got to be pristine level. So what we're going to do is I am going to level the frets. I'm not giving it a complete fret level. I'm going to spot level the 4 or 5 that need doing. I'm not charging him for a full setup because the guitar doesn't need a full setup. I've told him that. But I should be charging a tenner a fret. I'm not going to charge that. I'm going to charge him just for a player setup. £50 all said and done. That's including the fret work. So he's happy with that. We have the neck dead straight. I'm just going to mark up the frets that need work. I've got a marker pen somewhere. I left it out. Okay, I don't know what I've got that marker pen. We'll use I'll use a semi-permanent or a non-permanent marker. Have we got it? What's here, look? Here it is, I put it in the wrong box. So let's see where we are. We've got one there, so that's one extra. But it's not so bad. That one's the worst one. Quite a bit on there needs work. Not many frets need work. And with it being stainless steel frets, it's going to last a long time. When I say spot level, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be running a file that way. I'm going to be very, very careful just to make sure we don't go too low, because if we go too low, I'll end up doing the lot. It'll take me hours and I'm doing myself out of money. Okay, so we're already up to 4 frets. But if I do my job right, it shouldn't take me too long. Good thing about stainless steel frets, they polish up quite well. Just the end on that one there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're up to 6 now. This is getting a bit dangerous. think after that one, I think we're fine. But the good thing about this is it doesn't really need a setup, just needs the truss rod setting right. The insulation's already fine, so and there you go, that's it. So I've got 6 to do. It's not a disaster. Right, so it's at times like these, I like to have a slurp of my tea. So we'll give it a second. Make sure we get the right Allen keys in the pack. The Allen keys for the guitar. We've got the frets done. We can move this out of the way. Out of the way, Sharpie out of the way, tuner out of the way. It's always good when you're in a confined space, or you're short on space, always, if you're not using anything, get it out of the way. Like my Allen key, Allen wrench is there. Close it up. So now you see I'm working a clean area, nothing in the way that doesn't need to be there. I can go and grab my files. I'm working with the one flat file and the crowning file. Crowning file of choice today is my Elmer. Already got the crown shape in there. It's a diamond file that will be used for recrowning frets. Once I've worked on it, I'll be using just that flat file, number 4 cut Swiss file, just for spot levelling, and a clean cloth. And like I said, I will have a slurp of tea. Very nice. So I've got good light, plenty of room. Always measure twice, cut once type of affair. It may just be unseated, so what we do before we hit it with anything is I'm going to hit it with my fretting hammer, and I'm just going to hit it with a nylon side. Just a few taps to see where we are. And we are still high, so now we're going to go with the file. And it's just a matter of following the radius. I can tell I've worked that because I can see it moving, and yeah, there you go. And that one is already done. We'll go the next one along, make sure we've not removed too much. We haven't, because that one's still fine with that one. And that's it, that's that one done. Like I say, stainless steel, so it takes a little bit more work. So I need to polish that one up. And what I'm going to do is, once I've worked on the fret, cover it in black pen so I know that one needs polishing. So we'll just check again. And that's good. So the next one we're working on is this one. A little bit more to that end than in the middle, so again, steady with the file. I can feel where it's resisting there, so I know where it's not even. So I've been doing this a long time, so you get used to knowing how to work a fret. A little bit's good, or just a little bit there. You can feel the resistance. Perfect. Check one back just to make sure it's not altered anything there. Check one forward. And check the same one again, the one we just worked on. Just a tiny bit there. You can feel, I can just feel it. Like I say, stainless steel, much more difficult to work, a lot more file strokes than you'd need on regular fret wire. And that's it, we are done on that one. Everything around it's fine. Recrowning. Set a marker to it all the way across to show that that one needs polishing. On to the next one. I'm just going to check. So I've got 4 more to do. I'm going to do these off camera. I'm going to come back, I'm going to take 6 grits of paper and I'm going to polish. So this is the next one. Ends okay. There, there. So I've got the area. And we can just tap. Just in case it's not sat right. I think they're glued in anyway, so just a tiny bit. Just going to follow it over. I'm going to crack on, get these done. Once these are done, we'll get them polished up and we can get the guitar finished. So with the frets now levelled and recrowned, I'm going to polish them. And to polish them, I need to mask the area around the fret so I don't sand into the fingerboard. And I'm just going to do one for now because I'm going to show you how I go about it. And I've got 6 different grits of sandpaper here. 600 grit right through to 2000. So the grits are 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1500, 2000. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of the paper and we're just going to polish. And that's going to remove the pen for starters, which means we've started polishing. Once that pen's gone, like so, we move on to the next grit. And I'm going to turn them face down so I know which one I've used. And I've got well enough here for 6 frets. It's just a matter of going over the top of the fret and getting into the corners. Don't really need to get into the corners, but that's it. Six grits of paper. And this is going to remove more and more scratches for finer the grits until there are no scratches left. And you see how it works. And already this fret's looking fantastic. And I'll do the same for the other 5 frets I've got to work on. And already that fret looks immaculate. You wouldn't know it had been worked on now. And once that's done, we'll finish it off with, all the frets are going to be finished off with steel wool anyway. Take some steel wool, finest grade, extra fine steel wool, straight over the top of the fret. And that fret is now better than when it came into the workshop. 5 more to do. Once they're done, I'll go over all of them with a steel wool. We'll cover the pickups so I don't get no filings in there. And these frets will be immaculate. Once that's done, string it back up, get it in tune, set it up. Job is a good one. So, those frets finished. We are now going to polish all of the frets just using steel wool. So I've covered the pickups up with tape. We're also going to spray the fingerboard. for mineral oil. You know it's lemon oil, it's mineral oil. Just to clean the fingerboard, and we're going to leave this on 5-10 minutes and wipe it all off. Especially formulated for your darker woods, ebony, alfaro, laurel, rosewood. These companies know what they're doing. Deodaria make it, Dunlop, PV, Kaiser, many other brands. It's not lemon oil, it's mineral oil. Put a bit of lemon scent in there to make it smell nice, that's it. It's not lemon oil, is it? So there you go, so it's going to make that all look nice. We're going to wipe that off in a bit. So, we're going to be polishing these frets, and we're not going to do it. We need to be protecting the fingerboard, so what we'll do is, fingerboard protectors here. For your wider gaps there, for your less wide gaps there you go. Just about, I've already shown you how to do this. It's just basically going to remove any grime that's on here. Stainless steel doesn't really tarnish or get grimy, so it doesn't really need any great work. Just need to protect the pickups as we have done. And the good thing about this now is we've got all of the frets level, all of the frets are crowned and polished. Didn't take too long. Just need to get it set up. And like I say, we're going to set the neck without relief, a bit more or less straight, tiny bit of relief in there, and it'll bring the action down to playable. It is a design fault with this bridge, something that Harley Benton need to look at. I won't buy one of these anyway, even though they're only 280 quid plus VAT plus shipping, but I won't buy one anyway. Not my cup of tea. I'm not in the market for any more guitars. Unless I watch the video back now, I wouldn't know which of these frets I've worked on. So I'm going to take a 5-10 minute break while this oil does its stuff. I'll come back and wipe it off, get the strings on, get the guitar ready. It'll be done. Done tonight. And there you go, that's the fret polishing done. I can use that on the next job. So I'll save that. Like I say, give that 5-10 minutes, come and wipe all that oil off. I'll be getting the strings in that one, but doing it all off camera. I think when I bring you back in, this guitar will be finished. So I'm just going to be doing basically a reverse of what you've seen on camera. Get these strings back, get everything tuned in, get the strings stretched in, and that'll be it. Just in the nick of time before we lose the light, because it is getting a little bit dusky. We are just past 6 PM. I have the guitar finished, and yeah, it's what it is. It's a very well made guitar. Bridge is a little bit squiffy, but we've sorted the problem with the action out by straightening the neck. But the thing is now, there's no relief in the neck. It is set more or less dead straight, but we have a nice low action everywhere. We can't do anything else with the bridge. These are as low as they will go, so we can't do anything else with that. But yeah, we've levelled a few frets. I think 6 frets needed work. Stainless steel frets, they've had work. But that's it. Really easy to string back up and get and set back up. Not a problem anyway. But it is finished. And again, I've completely forgot the name of it. Some Harley Benton thing. I'm not going to go and look it up. I can't be bothered because I want to crack on and get finished because I've got a church thing on tonight. So that is it. This project is finished. Just remind you my website before I go. Facebook.com/NG17. That's Facebook.com/NGONESEVEN. There's also fretfriend.co.uk. I am Victor, I am your fret friend. And until next time, as always, God bless you, be good to each other, and I'll see you in the next one.